My mother-in-law tried to sabotage my child-free marriage by joking about poking holes in our condoms, but when I confronted my husband, he admitted he was planning to baby trap me, so I left him. Posted by u/few_function_9129. I, 38F, have been with my husband, James, for 4 years. We are both child-free and do not intend to have kids in the future. When we first got married, we both told our families about how we didn't want to have kids and why. My family was fine with it, but his wasn't, especially my mother-in-law, who I'll call Mary for privacy. She's either passive-aggressive or just tells us that we'll change our minds soon. For example, she says, "I can't wait to be a grandma," despite us not wanting children. If we try to say otherwise, she just pretends not to hear us. I've been very uncomfortable with this and have told my husband multiple times, but he's just brushed it off by saying she'll accept it someday. However, it reached a limit. Recently, James hosted a dinner party and invited his family as well as mine. While we were eating, my MIL jokingly said, "You know, Op, I considered poking holes in you and James's condoms so I could be a grandma. It's so smart, and you'd never know." Before laughing. I was horrified. After that, I excused myself and left the house. James followed me, saying I was being dramatic and that it was just a joke. I told him that it wasn't a joke and asked what would happen if she actually did it. We kept arguing for a bit before he stormed back into the house, and I drove off in my car. I've since blocked my MIL on all social media and deleted her number. The whole family is furious with me now, calling me sensitive and paranoid. Aita, relevant comments. Commenter 1, question, why don't one of you get fixed if you're adamant about not having kids? OP, it's my husband who refuses to get the procedure done. I've already offered to get my tubes tied and other procedures, but he says he's not ready yet and doesn't want me to get surgery until we're both ready. We refers to him because I'm only waiting on him right now. Op clarifies on which side of the family was okay with her being child-free. OP, my side of the family was fine with it, his wasn't, about being child-free. His mother was the one who made the comment. Commenter 3, she said this in front of everyone at dinner? No. NTA. Commenter 4, Mil's comments, including the one about the condoms, have all been way over the line and squarely in the none of your business category. Your husband should have handled this with his mother quite a while ago. Now he has no choice. Tell your husband the reason you've gone to the lengths you have, leaving the dinner, blocking his mother on social media, and deleting her, is all because he is failing to safeguard you from her. This is his responsibility because it is his mother. He needs to stop brushing it off. He needs to go see her face to face and say, "Mom, you are hurting me when you press us for grandkids. We are not having children. That's my final decision. You need to stop mentioning it to either one of us. By mentioning it at dinner, you crossed a line and need to apologize. After that, never speak of us having kids in front of us again." Update. Hi guys, I thought I'd give you an update. So after everything that happened, last night I had a talk with my husband about how I want him to take a deeper step into his commitment to being child-free. I also told him that unless he gets a vasectomy or a similar procedure, I will not be having sex with him. I want him to do this to prove he can stand up to his mother and that he is just as child-free as I am, but honestly, I've doubted that after posting the first story, not in a rude way, of course. My husband told me that, still, he wasn't ready yet and that I was moving too fast. He also said that by asking him to stand up to his mother, I was basically asking him to disrespect her for my sake. So then, I just asked him if he wanted kids or not, and to stop beating around the bush, because I will divorce him and disappear like the wind if he doesn't. That finally got him to open up, and he told me that he did want kids and was just secretly hoping for either an accident or for me to change my mind, like how most of you guys in the comments predicted. But what really shocked me is that he told me he had already been considering tampering with our birth control, condoms, before, but he just hadn't found it in him to do it yet. So now, it makes sense why he only wanted to use condoms for our birth control. After that, I simply said that, as of now, this marriage is over and I will be filing for divorce as fast as possible. I also made sure to tell him that whatever possible child I could have had would never be in his grasp to see, especially not by my MIL. He tried to protest, but I was firm on leaving. Honestly, he was pretty much planning to baby trap me. Nice try, but not here, honey. As of now, I'm staying at my sister's house. Soon, I'm going to try and find a lawyer for a divorce. But I do know that I can't ever go back into that house with him in it, or my MIL. This entire event has left me very shaken and worried. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, why did you get married if you don't want children? OP, he had told me before that he didn't want any either, and I thought we were both on the same page. Turns out, I was reading a completely different book. Commenter 2, condoms as the only form of birth control? OP, because he refused to get any other forms of birth control. When I did offer to get a procedure done on me instead, He wanted me to wait until he was ready. I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I waited on him pretty much. Commenter 3, well done. Well done, up. Some people are just cancer on two legs, and we need to cut them out of our lives.